Hey there, Green Spumoni here. Just wanted to take a minute to check in with everybody and talk to you about what you're doing for your summertime. I know I always recommend for students just getting ready to start their program to take the summer off and don't worry about studying. You know, maybe toward the end of the summer you could review some of your materials, some of your A&P physiology stuff, but beyond that, take the summer off, because if you don't, you regret it. Now, for those of us who are like me, between semesters, it might not be the best course of action simply because you learn so much during the course of the semester so quickly that you kind of want to at least keep it fresh. For me, that's not entirely difficult simply because one of the things I have to do this summer is remediate the one exit exam I took, which it's still a sore spot for me. Not so much the remediation, but I know that the condition I was in when I took the exam was not good, because I look at a couple of the subjects that I missed questions on, and I know that I know those subjects very well, so that bugs me. Anyway, a couple of things that I have to do for remediation are to go to the Kaplan site, be diligent about looking over the remediations for those subjects, you know, taking the quizzes over and over again and reading those rationales and things like that. One of the things I've been doing is taking notes. For the course of this, excuse me, I've just been taking them in a notebook, but I think once I start the semester again, I'm going to try the idea. They say, if you know, I wish I had one here, I didn't think to grab one. If you take notes onto index cards, it sometimes helps because you have a smaller amount of information on a card. And if one of the things that you do, which is something I do, you go back and picture things in your head when you're taking an exam, the card is like a definitive frame that you can picture things within. So I'm going to give that a shot. But in the meantime, and I wanted to show you just the mess that I am calling notes. I mean, I'm not sure what this is. Migraine headaches. Migraine headaches, seriously, and I missed that on the exam. So I'm just taking notes. And sometimes just the act of taking notes helps me. Sometimes all I need to do is write something down to help get it in my head. You know, sometimes I write things down over and over again, and that does seem to help. Another thing I have to do is go through the Kaplan Basics book and read the information on the subjects that I missed. This book is actually a really good overview of the systems and a lot of the information. And if you're not taking, you know, if you're not doing Kaplan in your nursing program, you can actually find this. You can download it free at Amazon.com as an ebook for your Kindle. If you don't have a Kindle, you can download the Kindle program for PC, for Android, for iPhone, or now they have a Kindle Cloud Reader. But and I'll try to find the link and link it down below for you. But it's the Kaplan Basics book, and it's got a lot of good information and pictures. I'm trying to find, well, we'll just start with this. The endocrine system. And here you have selected endocrine problems. And it talks about alterations in glucose metabolism. This one is type 1 and type 2 diabetes, gestational diabetes, etc. In the back, it has, I think it's in the back. Yeah, it has a lot of medications. The medication, the side effects, the nursing considerations, like here's glucocorticoids. Anyway, like I said, I'll try to find that link on Amazon and link that for you if you're interested in picking that up. The last thing that I did pick up for this summer is R Notes or RN Notes. I happened to see a copy of it and it looked pretty interesting, so I went ahead and grabbed myself one of these. My face looks funny when I get that close. Anyway, grabbed myself one of these. This is the 3rd edition. I went one edition back. And I've just been reading through this over the summer. We'll see if it does me any good. In addition to that, you know, I have a friend who graduated the semester before I started. Am I kind of crooked? it looks like my camera's sitting crooked. If it is, I apologize, and hopefully you're not sitting there watching like that. Anyway, a friend of mine graduated this semester before I started, and she told me a couple things. First of all, she asked if I had a 4.0, and I said I did, and she said, you're going to lose it. Just get used to that thought, prepare for that now, you're going to lose it, which I did, and I'm fine with it. The other thing was, she said, you're going to gain weight. She said everybody in my class gained weight, and if they didn't gain weight, they had some sort of endocrine issue. And yeah, I finally, you know, my joke is when I started school, I wanted to lose 5 pounds. And this is back when I started my prereqs. And I managed to stay at that I want to lose 5 pounds. I didn't lose it, but I didn't gain anything either, so I was good with that. Once I started nursing school, yeah, I want to lose 5 pounds, and now I only have 20 left to go. So one of the things that I have done is I rejoined Weight Watchers. And I did Weight Watchers many years ago and had really good success with it. I got down to my goal weight. Didn't stay at my goal weight, obviously, but I was able to get down to it. So I've started that, and I'm doing, instead of the points counting, I'm doing the, well, of course, when you first start now, I'm sure you've seen Jessica Simpson all over the television talking about the Simple Start program, and that's what I'm doing now. And hopefully we'll start to see some weight loss. And then I think I'm going to go from that to Simply Filling, which is eating their core or power foods. Anyway, that's one of the things I'm doing this summer. I am reading for pleasure. I didn't know if I'd ever want to do that again, but I'm rereading Outlander by Diana Gabaldon, because they are turning it into a series this summer on the Starz Network. So I'm kind of getting prepared for that. I'm looking forward to that. So I'm reading that. I love photography, but I have not managed to get out and take any pictures yet. You know, one step at a time, baby steps. I did go ahead, and since we have a state park just a few miles from my house, and, you know, just a couple of hours heading up north toward the mountains, we've got a whole handful of state parks with mountains and hiking trails and things like that. So I renewed my yearly park pass for the state parks, and my kids and I have already taken the dog, and we've gone to one of them and, you know, done a little bit of walking through there and stuff. It was really hot though, so we didn't stay too long, because of course it's gone straight from winter to summer here, where, well, some people are enjoying the 90-degree flip-flop weather. I'm not one of those people. I'm not a flip-flop girl. So, but yeah, so that's something I'm going to be doing more often, is a little more walking and hiking, and catching up on my shows. I'm sure I'll do some other things too, but that's what I have going on right now. The biggest thing I did want to talk about though was just the Kaplan Basics book and the R Notes. I guess I could tell you they have like different sections. You can see at the bottom here, they have different tabs. They're Basics, Assess, OB Peds, and Jerry, which I'm going to be doing OB and Peds in the fall, so I'm reading through that right now. Diseases and Disorders, Emergency Trauma, Meds with Fluids, no, Meds and IV Fluids, Labs and ECG, and then Tools and Index. And this is kind of cool. It's, if you're not familiar with it, they're waterproof and reusable pages. So supposedly, I haven't tried this yet, but supposedly you can write on the pages with a ballpoint pen and then clean it off with an alcohol pad. And one of the things that they include in here, which I thought was kind of nice, was reusable assessment forms. It's weird, I'm trying to square it to the screen. There we go, I guess that's better. Instead of squaring it to the lens. But that's stuff to fill in. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, I wanted to talk about those things. I am going to, I'm probably going to wait until July, but I am going to look into study methods that would be helpful for me. I know about the index card thing, so I'm going to try that. I'm going to go ahead and look up some YouTube videos and start watching some YouTube videos about things that I want to refresh myself on, because sometimes watching processes or watching demonstrations of disease processes and things like that helps me. So I'm going to give that a shot, and of course if any of that works, I'll pass it on to you. In the meantime, I hope you're enjoying your summer, whether you're between semesters like me, preparing to go into your program, or actually having to work on through the summer, either in school or at a job. Enjoy your summer, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay? See ya!